guys, welcome back to my channel once again. You're watching Aman here on Tour Beauty, and for all of you newbies, before you get watching the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and join the Tour Beauty family and just support my channel. But in today's video guys, I am going to finally be doing a updated foundation routine. So I'm going to show you guys what I do to apply my foundation, how I apply my foundation, and what I do to set my foundation and my base makeup. I was having a look through all of my videos and I realized it's been such a long time since I showed you guys an updated foundation routine and just a routine of how I do all of my face makeup. And I've also got a review for this L'Oreal Infallible Foundation Stick. So I got this just a couple of days ago, and this is a new foundation out in the market and I wanted to review this for you guys. So if you want to see what I think of this foundation, my first opinion and how I apply my foundation, then keep watching. So firstly, I have already set my face. So I applied this moisturizer here, and this is the L'Oreal Aloe Water. Those of you who have been watching my videos for a very long time will know I've been using this, I would say, for nearly about a year. It's been so good for my dry skin as well, especially throughout the winter. But I applied that as a moisturizer first, and then I set my face with this here. So this is the Benefit POREfessional in the Pearl edition, and I just apply this on my face and I actually love using this. I feel like it really brightens up my face, so it really goes really deep into my pores. It makes sure my foundation is applied so nice and smoothly, and it just gives my face that lovely glowy look within underneath the foundation, if you guys can kind of get where I'm getting to. But it really gives my face that glow underneath the foundation, which I love about this primer. But now I'm going to go into the face. Now my face is actually very kind of, it's a multi and it's dry and oily at the same time. But once I've applied my moisturizer, my primer, I feel like, especially with stick foundations, I feel like the foundation just moves around too much. I feel like with the liquid foundations, they really stick to your face. I don't know whether you guys feel like that as well. It's the same thing with lipsticks. I feel like lipsticks run along my lips much more and liquid lipsticks just stay put, and that's the same way I feel about foundations. So when this foundation first came out, I wasn't quite sure whether I was going to get this foundation and try it. But then I thought, definitely being a new foundation on the market, and as I promised you guys, I am going to be testing out new products, so I thought definitely I should review this foundation for you guys. So I picked this foundation out in the colour Golden Beige, which is $1.90. I will also link it down below in the description box so that you guys can get this foundation if you are a similar shade or the shade which I wear. So as my skin is all prepped, we're going to go straight in with this foundation. So it does look really nice and creamy, and let's just see how this applies onto my face. So I do like to have a full coverage foundation. I have a lot of freckles, as you guys can see, and I just feel like I've got a lot of dark under eyes as well, so I like a good covering foundation. So cut out the talk, I'm going to apply this onto my face. Now I feel like the foundation is kind of pink, so this color is definitely more pinky kind of compared to my skin tone. I feel like I am more on the olivey kind of toned, but I feel like this is very kind of pink. So I'm applying a fair amount of foundation. Like I said, really like to get in with my foundation. It does feel really nice and creamy as well. I'm just going to apply some just over here as well to match that all in. So the foundation feels so nice and creamy, which you would expect with a stick foundation. So it feels so nice to really just kind of blend into your face. And I'm going to be using this here. So this is my Real Techniques Beauty Blender. And I've just slightly dampened this as well, just to give me that nice airbrushed look. I always use a sponge to apply my makeup. I have never really used a brush. I just feel like the brush gives me a lot of streakiness on my face. So I always use a beauty blender. And I'm just going to start pushing that into my face. So I feel like with foundations, you shouldn't push them across your face. If you just push it into your skin, it just really helps for your foundation to last much longer. And if you guys can notice, I never applied any foundation on my upper lip. I feel like I have got a lot of pigmentation, a lot of darkness around my upper lip, and I feel like I have a lot of creasing around there as well. So I'm just using whatever's on my foundation brush. I'm just going to keep pushing this foundation into my skin. So far this feels really good, but I feel like this foundation isn't full coverage. I feel like it's a very kind of light to medium coverage. I feel like I'm going to have to apply some more foundation onto my face to give my foundation the more kind of coverage that I want. And I also feel like it's kind of dried really quick as well. So I feel like I should have been faster with my beauty blender and pushing this into my skin. Even though it is really nice and creamy at first, I feel like it does dry really quick. But now that my foundation is done, I'm going to start with the rest of my face. So recently I have actually been using the Makeup Revolution concealer, but unfortunately I've run out of it. And honestly, I think that brand is just out of stock in every single Superdrugs, which is really sad because it's so popular and I really want to get my hands on it. But it's okay, it's run out at the moment, so I'm going to stick with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and this is in the shade 10. I feel like this is very light compared to my skin though. So when I did buy this, I brought this in a shade too light. But I'm just going to take this in a upside down triangle, and I'm trying to take it not too up to my lower lash line because I feel like recently I have had a lot of creasing in that area. So I'm not going to take this there. I'm also going to take some in a weird kind of a blob just to brighten up my forehead, some onto my nose, some on my upper lip, and just some onto my chin. I'm also going to put some just on my smile lines as well, just because I feel like I do crease from here quite a lot. So I'm just going to apply some there. So just to let you guys know, I don't apply this much concealer onto my face on a day-to-day. I just apply some underneath my eyes and that's it on a day-to-day basis. But if I am going fully glam and if I am going out somewhere, I always like to apply it in the places which I have. So I'm going to start blending all of this out. So again, I'm trying to keep it as below my lash line as I can because I really don't want that creasing during the day. And again, I'm just pushing the sponge into my face rather than streaking it across, because pushing the product into your face will really help it last long, and then it looks like the foundation is really kind of in your face rather than on your face. And then I'm going to use this palette here. So I'm going to use this color here. So this is actually nearly finished. So the good thing is you can replace the individual pans in the NYX palettes. So I'm going to have to invest in the new pan because I absolutely love using this as a powder for all of my concealed areas. I just feel like this is so good and this works so well in flash photography. I don't know whether you guys have noticed, but it's very difficult to find a powder which doesn't give you flashback in flash photography. I feel like you can have the best foundation out there, you can have the best kind of concealer out there, but when you take your pictures, your face will look as white as anything, and you honestly think it's something that you've done with your makeup. You think that it's got something to do with your foundation, you don't know how to apply makeup, but it's really with your setting powder. So this has by far been my absolute favorite setting powder. So it's so affordable for drugstore, it's absolutely amazing, so I absolutely love it. So I'm just using this and I'm just going to set all of that concealer into place. And now that my face looks like one colour, I'm going to start bronzing up my face. So I'm just going to use the lightest kind of a bronze colour here, and I'm just going to take some of my brush, just tap some of the product off. So recently I haven't been contouring my face. I just feel like contouring just makes me look really ashy. It might just be the products which I'm using. So I actually used to use this as a contour, which is obviously very kind of powdery, so it would obviously make me look really ashy. So I've recently just been sticking to bronze. I know NYX have taken out their new cream contour palette, so this is actually a powder contour palette. So if I can get my hands on the cream contour palette, I will do, so that I can review that for you guys as well. But for now, this will do. I'm also going to apply a subtle amount to my forehead as well, and I'm also going to apply some to the bottom of my chin, just to really contour my area and to just give it some definition. And then I like to go in with my beauty blender and just push all of that powder into my face, and just to kind of go over the powder so that it doesn't look too harsh on its own. And then I'm going to apply my blush, and the blush which I've been recently loving is this. This is by NYX and this is in the colour Foreplay. So I've been loving this blush recently. Then I'm going to take some of the dark powder which I said I use to contour, and I'm just going to contour my nose. So I still use this to contour my nose, just to give my nose some definition. And I'm just going to take this, and I'm just going to leave this here for a few minutes, just so that it can really set into place. And then if you want, you can just use your concealer just to clean up your contour. And then I'm going to use my beauty blender, but I'm going to pull the product down so I don't have too much of a harsh line. So I want the harsh line to be seen there because I want my contour to look really defined, but then again I don't want it to be so harsh, so I'm going to pull the product down rather than up. And then again with the contour, I am just going to push that in. Now for the last step, I'm going to go in with my Huda Beauty Golden Sands palette. But before that, I'm just going to spray my face with my Urban... that went in my mouth, not good. And that is just going to help with my highlighter. and just help it to stick against my face. This is my everyday religiously highlight. I absolutely love this. I do need to get myself an alternative, so I'm just going to apply some onto my nose as well. So on a everyday basis, I don't go in with a kind of cream or liquid highlight anymore. I used to, but I don't anymore, and I'm just applying some to my Cupid's bow as well, some onto my nose, and the rest onto my face. And that is it for all of my base makeup, guys. I am just going to apply my lips because I look like a weirdo. But the lip liner I'm going in is with this. So this is the KIKO 533 lip liner. I have been absolutely loving the KIKO lip liners recently. I just feel like they're so very affordable and they just work really well underneath all of your liquid lipsticks. So I absolutely love them. So as you guys can see how beautiful this lip liner is. It's such a lovely kind of earth tone colour, and it's one of my kind of favourite nude lip liners. They have so many, and I'm going to apply this liquid lipstick on top. So this is Burnt Spice by MAC's Retro Matte, which is also one of my all-time favourite lipsticks. So this is it, guys. This is my full face, and this is how my foundation looks underneath all of the rest of my makeup. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my full face and how I apply my foundation and how I apply the rest of the products on my face. In today's video, I just wanted to focus on my foundation and just the base of the makeup, and I wanted to film a first impression review on the new L'Oreal Infallible foundation stick. So overall, once all of my makeup is done and everything is applied, what do I feel of the foundation? So looking on camera, it looks really nice, and I mean in pictures it probably looks really nice as well. In person as well, I would say the foundation does look really nice, but I feel like I look really oily in certain sections. So I feel like I've got a lot of kind of oil around this area here. I feel like around my chin area I look quite oily as well, and when I look really close to my kind of cheek and this area here, I feel like the foundation is going to move really quick. So I feel like throughout the day, if I, not that I go around touching my face, but if around the day you're doing something and you're going to be doing stuff, I feel like the foundation will definitely budge. So this foundation here, it's meant to be a Cover Contour Conceal Infinite Looks in One, super buildable, super blendable base shaping sticks. So I feel like I would probably use this foundation stick more for kind of cream contouring. So I feel like it's the perfect texture. I feel like it's the perfect kind of product to cream contour with. So I definitely feel like I would invest in buying maybe not a concealer foundation stick, but I would probably buy the darker version to this for my skin to use to contour. But this here says it's a foundation for a long wear customizable base that lasts up to 24 hours. So our first base shaping stick has an ultra creamy, no compromise formula which seamlessly melts into the skin for a buildable coverage. So I definitely feel like it has got the buildable coverage. I feel like, yes, you can make this from a light to medium to a kind of really full coverage foundation, but I just feel like I don't think this is going to last 24 hours because, like I said, whilst doing the rest of my makeup, I feel like it's already budged from certain parts of my face. But this is purely because my face doesn't really do good with kind of these kind of cream contoured foundations. I feel like they do really well with liquid foundations, and like I said to you guys, as I mentioned to you guys already at the beginning of the video, I feel like with a lot of liquid products, I feel like they sink into my face and they last much longer. So the cream foundation, I don't feel like it will last that long. But this is it, guys. This is how it looks. This is how my face looks. But overall, I do give this foundation a thumbs up. But I just don't think it's good for a nice long day out. I feel like for short periods throughout the day, this foundation will be perfect. And definitely, I would love to use this foundation as a kind of contouring product, a cream contour product. But that is it, guys. This is my review for this foundation. This is what I feel for the foundation. Obviously, if I do use this foundation more in more videos, and I can show you guys how I work with this foundation so you can see this. But this is it for my first impression, guys, and I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing what I thought of this foundation, and you guys enjoyed seeing how I do my base foundation makeup as well. And if you guys have enjoyed seeing this video, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and support my channel to grow even more and come join the Tour Beauty family. And if you don't follow me on my Instagram and Snapchat, they're both linked down below in the description box, so do get following on both of those social medias, as I do post daily on both of those. But that is it, guys, and hopefully I will see every single one of you in my next video. Bye, guys.